Today I want to discuss about how do you water your plant. It might seem like a very simple topic, but actually a lot of beginners failed on their plant care because of the water. And I have 3 plants today with me right here. The first one on the left is the asparagus ferns. It's really nice. The second one in the middle is the Apipernum albo. Looks very similar to, I think, marble queen pothos, but it's actually a different variety. You can see the leaves are a little bit like thinner and longer. And on my right hand side, it's the Hoya Crimson Queen. Actually getting long and nice. I love the variegations on this. And how can you tell if your plant is dry or wet? Actually, the water is a lot or less. I have a few methods to tell. First one is by looking at the soil on the top, and you actually use your fingers to move them a little bit and see if they're easily movable. If they are, usually they are a little bit dry. And also the color of a dry soil is lighter than the wet soil. The second method is actually you weight your plant. Well, not like each time you weight it, but you feel the pot, the weight of the pot. Because if you have this plant for a while, then each time you water it, you kind of know how heavy it is after watering. And after 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, you kind of seeing the pot getting lighter and lighter. So over some time, you will know, is the pot still heavy or is it light? You kind of can tell by the weight. That's what I meant by weight the plant. The third method is actually put your fingers into the soil about 1 inch and feel it, and also you can tell is it dry or not. Let me show you by. So for this pot, for example, you see it's a little bit soil still on my finger. It's a little dry, but not too dry. And if I use this one as an example, I change one finger and 1 inch deep in the soil, you feel it. I do feel this is a little bit more wet, and look, a bit more soil will be attaching to your finger. In this way, you know it's a little bit wet. Well, at least more moisture in the soil than this one. So I usually don't only use one method. You look at the plant, you weight it a little bit, see the soil color and is it moving, and then you stick your finger into the soil. Then you can really tell is it dry or not. And after you can identify the plant, is it dry or is it still has moisture, you also need to know if your plant likes moisture or it prefer dry soil a bit more. In the case of like the Hoyas, a lot of Hoyas, they actually prefer to be dry out, meaning there's like little moisture in the soil, the pot is really light. I maybe water this guy only once a month, and that's totally enough for it. It has been like that for over a year and it's happy. So Hoya is very easy to take care, and you don't really need to water it a lot. and they don't like to be repotted as well. Keep them in the same pot for maybe some people keep them for 10 years. So it's really an easy plan. So for this elbow, actually it's pothos, a variety of pothos, and they actually prefer to be dry out a little bit, and then you can water them again. Maybe not fully dry out, but they prefer to get dry and then you water them again. For this one right here, the asparagus fern, I do find them prefer to have the moisture in the soil. So there are different type of plants. They prefer different level of water in the soil. So you really need to be researching and finding out what type of moisture they would like in the soil. Hoya prefer to completely dry out. The pothos may be dry, then not fully dry out. I would say 80% dry out, then you can water it. The ferns, I prefer to keep moisture. So I would say like when it's 50-60% dry out, you need to water it again. And I hope this video helps, and enjoy your plant journey.